Episode 6 of my Europa playthrough of Stationeers 200-minute day-night cycle via console command, so it's not a mod or something. Well, still a lot of work ahead of us. The greenhouse is coming along nicely, but we have all this garbage lying around, and the power supply is only sufficient-ish for the base station here, for the core station, the first survival box that I made. But now I also have this this deep mining facility connected, and that is just draining the batteries. So I need an actual power source. That should be the next step. Solar, I would assume. Let's start printing some solar panels. I already have 4 batteries here, 4 station batteries of this style, so I want to make a battery room or power center or whatever. And yeah, make some solar panels. That will take a lot of copper. Good thing I have that. I can show you the station from the outside. We have 2 airlocks actually. Both of them like this. Very fast. But they could be faster if they are programmed manually, but they're not. It's just standard airlock hardware. Oops. This is what we have. This is the IT room with the computer and some chips. One chip controls the station, the other controls the deep mining facility. And this was actually supposed to be the platform for this guy, which is my lander. But it then, landed on the roof in my efforts to maneuver it a bit, for which I used the terrain manipulator gun, which can place soil in the air, basically, or place it anywhere. And it turned out that this would jolt this guy around, so that was useful. Except it flew a bit further than I anticipated. Before I go inside, let's see, where can I put the battery facility? I have already planned, as my weather station is also programmed already. I haven't tested this, by the way, because there was no storm yet. So this will become an airlock. To what? I would say the battery room should be right over here. So I should make a platform here for a room that will be 4 batteries, and then right next to it, left next to it? No, right next to it, I guess here, should be some kind of solar park, but in a room, so that I don't have the trouble protecting the solar panels from the weather, because that is so much more expensive, and no, it's not worth it. Also, you know, it's fun to build and fun to engineer rooms and airlocks and all that. I'm not yet in the age of abundance where I could just like print a bunch of these guys in reserve, and so we're not there yet, even though it's episode 6 already and the videos are multiple hours long. 3 solar panels. Well, that's a start, and that's all it is. Can we print more? Needs more steel. How much steel do I have left? None. This is empty. This is... what's this? Silver. There's more steel. And I have some reserves to make 100 or maybe 200 grams of steel, which is not much. I think it's 200 grams. So yeah, I need... but I'm currently in the process of mining iron automatically. So, and I have a bunch of coal here. Let me show you. So that's enough to make a lot of steel. Steel is not really the concern here. So let's make 3 more of these. So we have 6. Need gold. do have some extra gold lying around. I actually have a gold backpack. How much is in there? Yeah. Can smell some more of this. All of that is manually mined. I only have one deep miner facility so far, and that is this one, which only yields iron. I already found a place where there would be, let me see, there would be silver, nickel and lead. That's a pretty good thing to have. Particularly nickel, which is used for the advanced alloys. I don't yet have the advanced furnace set up, so that's something still ahead. Yeah, still lots of work, but I mean, that is the game. I mean, if I would have set up everything, what would I do? Would I walk from room to room and roleplay? Too bad there's no campaign kind of thing yet. I mean, some kind of long-term goal. Later, after version 1.0, the terrain, the terraforming expansion will be released. That's yeah, it's a full-price expansion, of which most of which has been developed already. We could see some of that hardware at some point. Now it has been hidden or removed or whatever. And the plants on the planet, and there will be world oceans, though I'm not sure if they will be visualized. And there are world ice caps, and I'm not sure if those are visualized. So I don't have much knowledge of that. This one is standing around here because I want to find out whether the battery is actually discharged. Because otherwise that would be a bug. Okay, let's lay some foundations. How much have we printed here? 3! Oh, we have 3 solar panels. So we have 6 solar panels here. Okay. Do I have steel sheets? Yeah, but not too many. So I think it's time soon enough to make some more steel. But I wonder, should I possibly prepare to make use of the gases? Because currently I'm just wasting them. Mixture in here is fine, lots of CO2. Well, it's not fine for a human. Too bad the game does not have CO2 toxicity or O2 toxicity. We should be motivated to make an atmosphere like it's on Earth. Like 79% nitrogen, 0.2% CO2 or 0.1% CO2. Well, 20% O2. Of course, the CO2 ratio should be a bit higher allowed here, you know, like up to 2% maybe, which is 10 times. Don't get this wrong. 10 times more than we would normally have. Actually, 0.2% CO2 is still a bit high. I think we have 0.05 out there, and then of course the rest trace gases, argon and such. But not in the game. Yeah, keeping those gases around, that would be nice. So what else do I need? I had some thought here. Yeah, of course I need to print
power low.
Steel sheets. And I want to automate these guys. I have done that earlier, but not in this playthrough yet. And I want to keep a library of my code now, instead of just typing it all anew. I mean, this time I developed it anew, but this must then become some kind of reference implementation. And we need large powered vent thingies. Steel electrum invar. I think I don't have the steel for this. Hey, what's happening? Oh, right, I forgot to turn this one on. Okay, I can't do this right now. Let's not do too many things at once. Didn't I just toss the frames somewhere? Apparently I just put them back in. Yeah, it's very disorderly here. Okay. That's a problem. What just happened? A fuse blew, yeah. But why? One of these, yeah. This is my main wire. Why did I suddenly have more power consumption? I mean, I've been playing exactly like this for like 20 hours, and then I added the deep miner facility about 6 hours ago or so, or 5, and everything was running fine. And now all of a sudden, it's blowing? Why do we suddenly have more power consumption than that? I don't get it, man. Okay, let's replace this cable then. And see what power we're consuming. We're consuming 2000 watts. Oh, sometimes 4000 watts? Why? This could be the arc furnace. Yeah, I think I understand. The automation of the deep miner facility is relatively new. Not very, though. And I guess when the arc furnace kicks in, that's when we then suddenly consume 2000 watts more. I think. I mean, that would explain it. Well, and this furnace is also running. Yeah, okay, that's what it is then. I could, of course, protect all of this by just not using fuses, but instead a transformer. But the goal is not that I'm blinded from the problem. The goal is to protect myself if shit happens, and then to fix shit. Therefore, yeah. That fuse approach, that was good. And good thing that I have multiple here. Let's immediately make another. Iron copper. Can I actually do this now? I can't just print a fuse while we have this problem going on here. Except if it's very fast. And if I get the timing right, huh? Yeah, so that new power room is indeed a necessity, as you can tell. Let's turn off some stuff. Okay, we have one 500 size ingot in here. There. 500 grams of iron. And the next one is almost ready. And here the furnace has 42 grams of iron, and this one has 60, so basically nothing. Alright then. So this goes to the battery room. Will I make the greenhouse bigger? Maybe. Not sure. But it's just a basic starter greenhouse. Yeah, that's big enough for a battery room. maybe you have noticed the voice mix is a bit different. I mean, the sound, because, well, my old microphone had some... I don't know what really the problem is. Is it the switch or is it the cable? I think the switch is a bit fucked. It was making crackling sounds out of a sudden a few days ago, and so I immediately ordered a new one. And I mean, the old one was relatively cheap, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how cheap it was, because I had it lying around here for decades, actually. And this new one cost $22 on Amazon. And then I spent a couple of hours, you know, mixing and adding some filters and so forth. It's ultimately 9 filter stages, so yeah. It could have been 7 because I mean I could compound the 3 equalizer stages I have here, but it was tricky enough to get it like this, so I don't dare fiddle with that now. Okay, then we need the solar panel thing, and that could be a separate room. I mean, really wholly separate from everything. It's not like we have to go in there the whole time. It will just run, and it will just, you know, neatly be exist on its own. I never have to go in there. That's the thought, at least. But why should I not make it connected? Why? Because I also should be able to get out. I mean, the battery room, and then we have the airlock that goes here, and then and so forth and so forth. It's a bit. Should I connect them or not? So here would be an airlock for leaving the battery room. And then we're on the outside. And then there's another airlock that leads into the solar panel room. Hall, rather, it's a hall. And this is just useless fluff at this moment, but it doesn't have to be. So we need to print again. This one's still burning gold. Whoa. Or should I just turn the entire deep miner thing off when I'm printing? That's an option. Need to make steel. Need to print steel sheets. No, I didn't check the furnace. Ah, there are those steel frames. I knew there was somewhere here. Too bad the ingots cannot be put into the mining backpacks, because that would certainly be helpful. But no, it can't be done. Crap. So I cannot prepare a nice mix here for furnacing. Anyway. So what's 500 divided by 3? It doesn't exist, right? It doesn't. Nope. Could go for 480. Num num num. I mean, this one 48, then we have 16. Or 480, then we need 160 coal. I will have enough iron, so I can use all of this. Well, I have to do some math here. Yeah, the new microphone is a bit more sensitive. It records everything, so I hope that this will not become awkward, like some tummy sounds or whatever. Okay, so if I take the 500 size iron ingot and then I add 5 full iron stacks, so like 50 size, you know, to it, and divide that by 3, we get 250. Is that the right thought? Yeah, of course. We have 1, 2, 3 iron, and then we have 1 coal. Or we have a stack of 48 iron, and then we need 16 coal. That's 3 times 16 is 48, so that's the right thought. Is it? Yeah, it is, of course. 3 times 6 is 80. 3 times 10 is 30, so 48, yeah. So I need 5 iron stacks, and then... Interesting. I need 5 iron stacks, I need 5 coal stacks. And the 500 size ingot. That's an interesting coincidence. Let's do the math again to be sure. 250 coal times 3 is 750 is 850. Wait, what? 750, yeah. 250 is 500, 750. 750. And 5 times 50 is 250, 750, yeah, that works out. Alright, so 5 times coal and 5 times iron, that's what I need. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this dude should be a shit ton of steel. Then we need the fiery stuff, which is here. And I think we have enough of these now, for now. Ah, not the intention. So we're looking 46 kilopascals. There's basically nothing in there. Closing it. There was some damage here, okay, but it doesn't really matter. Just smelt some stuff. Oh, I could use these two. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we need the material
hydration critical
for steel and the iron ingot, and that's basically all for now. See what it does. The iron is already degassed, the ingot, so that should help. I hope this doesn't explode under my ass. I mean, if I keep watching, then it won't, of course, but, you know, I don't want to keep watching. pressure is a bit high. I mean, it's still fine, we have 20 megapascals to go. Yeah, the iron ingot doesn't add any pressure because it's already degassed. Wow. How did they even implement this? I mean, the game tick is half a second. It will produce 1 kilogram of steel. And here we go. We have 1 kilogram of steel now. Thank you. So, some walls here, I have those. And we need the, yeah, now we have the steel to make the large powered vents. How many do I need? Well, I have 1, 2, 3 new airlocks, and I need 4 per airlock, so I need 12. We need 12 powered vents. Because you need 2 powered vents to make 1 big one. So 4 per airlock. 3 airlocks, 12. I think the furnace is done with all the gold. Could have turned the D-miner facility back on. Actually, what I could do is I could just put a transform... No, that doesn't... Well, yeah. No, it doesn't help. It's too tricky to time, basically, to balance. Really need a different, need a power room. Okay. I need this, a stacker for splitting stuff. Could use these ones, but I want to leave them at 100. Where would I place the stacker? There's still plenty of room here. Okay, music change. What? No. I think electrum is needed for this. It's not yet piped up. Oh, I cannot even do that. There's no room here. Oh, then this guy has to go somewhere else. Shit. So yeah, I need a storage room. I was wondering about where to place stuff already. I mean, that's why the locker is lying around here. And then I placed this one. Yeah, it kind of works, you know, that kind of stuff. Now it turns out it doesn't work. I need an actual storage area. I have this area here, which is not yet properly used. But I don't know what to put here. For example, building materials, but I need those so often. They should be central. So steel electrum invar. That is, for whatever reason, not labeled what that is. Solar electron. Constantin, where's my invar? I still have invar, pretty sure. I don't. Of course, in all this garbage, it's hard to tell. Oh. I mean, it's very unlikely that I printed all stuff so that the invar is exactly used up. That's very unlikely. Still at 99%, so I suppose the laptop actually does not consume any power. That would be a bug. I mean, it's a small battery in there too. Do I not have invar, man? Huh. I guess then I need to make it, huh? I was so convinced there's still Invar somewhere. Maybe it rolled under this locker. That's a possibility. No, both of them are black. That's good. I figured something interesting out when it comes to noise suppression with Ops Studio. You know, I mean, Open Broadcast Studio, so Ops. In case you are interested in that kind of stuff, there is this noise suppression filter that's in there. It has two modes. By default, it goes to RNN. That's the neural network approach, which I have been using this whole time until today, and still use it. It had some problem when I was recording my videos where if I had been silent for a while and then I was suddenly speaking the word fly, for example, something with an F at the beginning, then it would sort that out as probably a disturbance. So I had to first teach it that I'm currently speaking, so to speak, you know. Yeah, that was pretty awkward when editing news videos, because if that occurred, then I had to actually go there where the F would be and crank up the volume as fuck, and yeah, okay. 17 potatoes. And then filter so only high frequencies get through, so we have the F sound. Sounds like an F, okay, good enough, let's move on. Not all the time, but it occurred sometimes, and then I had to do it. Yeah, Invar, steel. Still need to place a stacker. And what's with this area? Can't we... Well, that's the thing, I wasn't sure about the power distribution, but I think I am sure now that I want that to not be a thing. So I can close this up. This here not, so let's do that. Make things a little bit more homely. Flat wall. I'm not sure about this area yet. Though, what am I saying? This is the path to this area, so nothing can be here. Yeah, this new microphone thing, it's one of those that you clip on your t-shirt. Lavalier or something is the term, lavalier microphone. And of course I haven't done that because my previous one I had clamped between my headphones and my head, so it was pointed directly at my mouth very closely, which was part of the voice mix that I had going. I mean, I'm working with very cheap equipment there, so some tricks are involved. And now, how did I get this one close to my mouth? That was very tricky, but good thing I still had some detritus of umbrella somewhere. Yeah, so you know the umbrella, an umbrella, when you open it, it has this little axis in there, these wire kind of things. And for whatever reason, I had kept one of those around, only one, and that one is now twisted and bent and shaped weirdly, and with some bandages where the sharp corners are, so that I don't hurt myself and feels more comfortable. And to that I have clipped the microphone so that it's in the right place. Wicked! A stacker, please. And yeah, again, clamped between my head and the headphones. Need to automate these guys, but power is my first concern. Oh. Yep. Looking good. Now some shoots, please. What chaos. But it will all be cleaned up at some point. In the future. I'm sure I had some chutes lying around here. Ah, there they are. 2, okay. I think I want to turn the deep miner facility back on. By the way, power. Okay, I need to burn some coal instantly. My power systems are not equipped for what I'm doing here. The mining backpacks, can they be named? I think there was a way to name them, but then they removed it. Could that be? Or was there never a way to name them? Oh look, an aerial power controller. Now we have 2. Okay. Let's resume the cleaning up of this stuff. I think one is missing. Not sure though. Apparently no. Do I have extra cables? Yes, I do. But while I see this, I should also print some. So now I have a nice-ish microphone. I mean, I tested them naked, basically, without filters and such, and immediately realized this one, the new one, is at least a little bit better. So that's good. Yet I was not able to reproduce quite the sound that the previous one had, so... But okay. What can you do? I have some nice automation for these guys in mind, which I've done a few times. Invar, oh yeah, okay, Invar, which I have not found for whatever reason. Oh, there it is! Invar. How much of that do we need then? 2 grams, that's good. So it's an important material, but it's also one that you don't need much of. 12. 10 times 5, okay, that doesn't work. We need more electrum. I don't think we have more electrum. So I guess I have to do more smelting then. Crap. Let's make electrum. The furnace is still hot-ish, isn't it? Let's see. The key problem here is the maximum pressure. Electrum is silver and gold. So... I have tons of silver. Oh, this is not a full stack. Whoops, that would have been awkward. No, that... what am I saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This was actually a leftover stack.
Power critical.
Okay, so what are we looking at? 700k, pressure way too high, I have to empty this guy, possibly completely. In other words, oh no, this is still there, that's enough. Yeah, I cranked up the power of the jetpack to maximum, which allows you to stand still even when there is some air blowing at you, or to just stop. Already put that stuff in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We definitely need to fire this dude up again. I'm not sure if it's meaningful for me to do this now, probably not. But hey, gathering more experience with this guy is not wrong. And now we need some walls for the battery room. And plastic sheets. I have what? I really have 15 plastic sheets? Not more? Oh. Oh, there are more. 47. Still not enough, let's print some plastic sheets. And how are we looking here? Oh, okay. Stupid. That's 5. Can I afford even to print more? I mean, what if the arc furnace kicks in? Oh, then the fuse blows. Whatever. Plastic sheets. Yeah, good thing the airlocks are independent.
Pressure critical.
Damn.
Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
How are we looking? Mixture is fine, pressure way too high, temperature is good. Let's see what happens. And I realize we need to place more lights outside. But you know, for that we need, guess what, power. So everything will be lit a lot more once I can get this power show on the road. I once made a power room on which world was that? I don't know, I don't remember. It might have been Vulcan, where I had the power room be completely in. No, it was not Vulcan. Might have been Mars. It was completely nitrogen, you know. That was the atmosphere in there, because I thought, you know, for fire protection. That's not in the game. Yeah, come on. It should be, or something, right? How are we looking? (11 megapascals and falling. Once we reach 2.4, we can make electrum. Okay, not enough walls.
Hydration critical.
Getting there. Of course, the stack is now reset to its first thing, whatever. I don't know why Rocketworks is doing that to us. Because why do they not just remember what the thing was that you built last, instead of remembering per stack? How is remembering per stack not actually more of a burden for a programmer? Okay, let's stay here. Here we go. Electrum. We have electrum. So how is the printer coming along? <clears throat> 400 grams. Well, it needs electrum, guess what? That's, I don't know, 100? I guess the speed run of this game takes about 200 hours. How many do we have? 5, 10, 12. That's enough. 5, 10, 12. Ah, electronic parts. We definitely need a bunch of those. And I think since we definitely need a bunch of those again and again and again, let's make them a resource. As in, not a part that I print on demand, but something that I have lying around. No more iron. Oh yeah. Plastic sheets. Oh crap, I should have brought glass, which I didn't. Day 6, what is the thing saying? Okay, we're still safe, no storm incoming. I will just do this then. Huh, maybe I should have brought a locker, huh? Composite window. This is complete. This is complete. Here will be an airlock. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors. What? Oh. Great. Okay, I think I should give that programming some level of priority. Iron. Yeah, well, I have an iron facility out there. Maybe I should just milk it for what it has already. Glass. How much glass do we have? 12 glass sheets. Ah, not enough glass sheets. So how are we looking here? Iron. I do not have iron right now, so let's do something else for now. That's one kit door. Glass. Didn't I say I want to put a work light up when I'm working instead of just using the flashlight the whole time? We could use glass doors here.
Waste tank
Though I
caution.
think glass doors would be more interesting here, because this room would be explicitly transparent. Waste tank caution, not a problem. I have an extra waste tank with me. Now for the big decision once again, where should these guys be? Here, that looks very unspectacular and boring. Then again, it reminds us of this little corridor here. And here? I don't know what will be here, probably the solar panel hall over there. And here, I don't know yet. Nothing maybe. I guess I will put them here. What? I know I put the electronic parts somewhere here. Oh, there they are. No, I dislike this track a lot, so let's just pick completely different music. It's a logic room. Oh well. There's one way to empty the furnace. Yeah, and I agree, the moon is indeed the harder world, because they cannot even hear that. So, I mean, the acoustics are really relevant. I mean, not harder than this, but harder than Mars. if you compare the two. Mars is more of a playground than the Moon is. Okay, I cannot do this yet, except... Yeah, let's fetch the iron that we have so far. None, okay. And here we have this, and here we have that. I will just empty them both. There should be a button, by the way, with which I can do that automatically. Like I push the button and then they automatically open. Yep. Glass. More glass. Doors, for that I need iron, currently waiting for it. Or I could just put this iron in there, but I also have to think of steel. But, yeah, well, I could just use a stacker then. Decisions. Yeah, it's pretty off-putting that it is this loud, and the sound is basically always the same volume. No, it is indeed decreasing now a bit. Maybe this curve is a bit wrong because the pressure was so low. I don't know. Maybe they should add some kind of muffling, which they have already as some logic in the game. I don't know if this uses processor cycles, probably, because it's altering something that is, and that also always should take some cycles, right? Door, yeah. What am I doing? I'm currently smelting some iron right here. We have one door, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors. 5 doors. And I need to think about the automation of the stackers here. How much space do we still have left? I think that fits, yeah. Forgot the light. Crap, I need more electronic parts. Aha. Okay, everything's running like it should. And we have a new big motherfucking ingot. Electronic parts. How much... what do they need? I think they will need iron, huh? Yep. Yeah, the stacker is gone. We have to put it up differently. Because that was just stupid. Annoying. Not a nice track. Yeah, but singing, probably copyright problem. Aha, so here we have a sound bug when these guys lose power as instantaneously as this, or even longer, because I tested that a few days ago in another episode of this playthrough. When you then restore
Hydration critical.
power, they will turn on again, but the sound will not start playing again. So, yeah. Bug! Wait, 200 is a bit much. 150 then. What's missing now? Copper, uh-huh. Oh, I think I still have copper here. Yep, I do! And since I just used the furnace at the deep miner facility, it's very unlikely that it will kick in again. I mean, the centrifuges are both bled dry. Right, so the stacking. Iron and okay, while we're waiting for that stuff to be done, let's see what I can do when it comes to automation of these devices. Certainly I should give them names. These guys don't have to have a name because I don't have multiple of these on this circuit, so I don't need to give them name. They're different device types. These though are they the same device type, or do I have them rotated somewhere? Stacker. Stacker. Actually, this is a different stacker. Look, the cable's on the right side, the cable's on the right side. Here it spits from right to left, and here it spits from right to left. What am I saying? Same here. And here, then, same thing. So the same device type each time. Easy, good. STK, auto lathe. STK, Atmos print, or bender. STK, RE print. The logic of the printers is cabled up, I'm pretty sure about that. And again, it switches to this. Thank you for trying to sabotage my work here. More defines. Define printer RL. But like I said, resource. Wow, 300 grams of solar. The autolathe. Structure autolathe. Define printer EL? Huh. I don't know. The electronics printer. Structure electronics printer. And finally, hydraulic pipe bender. Move into R0 the printer AL and jump deal with printer. No, jump AL. Then we need the other two, which is EL and hydraulic pipe bender, but I'm not done yet. We need to do another thing, move R1. How are we looking? It's done, the gold is used up, and now we have 15 electronic parts, which will not actually last that long. So then we have the stacker e-printer, stacker bender, and stacker autolathe. Okay, they're both listed as stacker here, not stacker reverse or whatever. This is the one that I have, and this is not the one that I have. The arrow is pointing in the wrong direction. Ah yeah, structure stacker reverse and structure stacker. I think the name here should not be the same, because it's very confusing. Anyway, structure stacker, that was incorrect. Mouse wheel is too slow. I keep saying that because it's still true and takes 5 minutes to fix. Dude. Alright, so that has been established, we just have not yet written the actual code. So, what is supposed to happen? I want to synchronize with the power of the printer. If the printer is on, then this thing should also be on. And if this thing is off, that thing shall check whether it's empty. If not, it shall empty itself. Yeah, that's what it is. So, should I just follow the printer unconditionally? No. Yeah, it's the state change. The state change is what matters here, not just the current state. Okay, then let's load batch into our I don't know, actually R0, because we no longer need the printer. Load into R0 from R0 whether it's on. Now we know whether it's on. Branch greater than 0, R0, printer is on. Now we have two sections, printer is off, printer is on. In case of printer being on, write batch named into the stacker of this type on 1. So that one should already work. Let's see if it does. Uh-huh. But if it's off, then first we need to... do I need to check whether there's something in there or not? Let's just be brute force, let's see what happens. So I write to the stacker R1 activate, which I think is what empties it. Then I say yield, which is a bit brutal to just do that here. And then we turn it off. Maybe that does the trick, who knows. I think I implemented it like this once and that was not good enough. Because sometimes something might be on the way towards the stacker and then that would get stuck. Aha, so it spit that out, but also now we have this extra cable that got stuck. Is there a trick that it can use so that this does not happen? I have no way of detecting whether there's something here. I can of course just use some kind of timer approach where I just say the stacker shall be turned off. With a countdown. Then I need a countdown per stacker, it's a bit wild. I could use a stack, of course, funny enough, to store the countdown state of the stackers. So does this one work then? It doesn't. Yes, it does. Was a bit slow. Oh, I think I see a problem. This yield stuff is being executed all the time now, whether the stacker is off or not. Which makes the entire code ridiculously slow. Now that doesn't fly. And have you seen how late this reacted here to me being in the room? Yeah, it's a shitty implementation. So what can be done about this? If the printer is off, then we need to find out whether the stacker is off. If the stacker is off, then we're done. Nothing more to do. Maybe that's just the solution, then we're done, who knows. So I'm loading here into R0, which is no longer needed. From this stacker, whether it is on. If it's not, if the stacker is not on, then we just return. Else we flick the switch and then we yield. Could the stacker be activated when it's powered off? I think not. Nope. Is everything reacting quickly now? Yep. This one too? Or I should have just skipped the yield. Maybe the yield's not even necessary. Let's see. It is necessary. Probably final test. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, seems fine. Okay. That has been improved too. Maybe the next thing I should buy is a chair, huh? That's the clock for the greenhouse, and the logic mirror here doesn't belong actually. It turns out that the logic mirror cannot mirror the IC10, so I mean I can do that I guess. I mean not the IC10, the housing, so that this would then show up here, and that's a bit sad. Yep, it is. Yeah, still at 99%. So I will now swap this, because I was certainly on the outdoors. The cold was that. So now I take a screenshot as evidence that the power doesn't decrease. I mean, we have been this standing around for this time. It's a laptop on a small battery. Are you telling me that is... Then forgive me for misinterpreting that way too weak power drain. Alright, this goes into the logic room, of course. Alright, so we have some more windows to install. Do I have more plastic sheets? Yes. Do I have even more plastic sheets? I don't have an infinite resource of silicon yet. I was just digging and digging and digging, and there's no resource here, no reserves. So I don't want to blow through all of that stuff, but then again, what do I have it for, you know? 1 gram of silicon left, okay. need plastic sheets. No! Plastic sheets.
Power low.
Oh, and the thing is full.
Airtight critical.
No. Not again. Oh, that's a small battery? I thought I had a big one. Well, let's make some batteries then. Gold, copper. Is that all? Oh, peculiar how that fits. Gold, copper. Two batteries. Always when I need one, I make two. Ah, more convenience established. Now we're sucking a lot of power. How much? 3000 watts. Arc furnace is currently not doing anything, so that's fine. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with currently, because the deep miner facility is running here. The deep miner needs 500 watts and the centrifuge needs 100 watts. We have two of those running, so 700 watts. Yep. And if the arc furnace out there kicks in, I mean the one of the deep miner facility, then I guess we have 1000 watts more, impulse-wise sometimes. So it's reasonable to run all this here, the station itself, from these thin cables, but out there we need either thick ones, I mean we need a new power source anyway. So how productive are we? 87 grams waiting, 81 grams waiting, but for whatever weird reason this one is not full. I think it should actually be full by now. I thought this guy produces more than what two centrifuges can take. Did they change this? Or do I just have to wait for longer? Because, I mean, there was a reset of this entire thing a while ago, and maybe it will balance out to get a result in a traffic jam here. Okay. Apart from the airlock, this room seems kinda done. Crowbar check. Uh-huh. So the batteries will be in here, and I mean a bunch of them. This will be kind of the power center. At first though, only 4 small ones, before I have the advanced furnace and the advanced alloys. This airlock should become functional first, so I can step out here also, and then we have 3 airlocks. And the base station, that's a good one, that's good. And then this airlock. And then of course I need to consider cooling and all that stuff. Well, and heating. I'm not sure, but if I... let me just check something. One moment, please. Don't even know what the station temperature is. Oh, that reminds me, I have a cooling system, but it's not yet automated. I should do that too. And last time I used that manually, it ended up at -7 degrees, and then the plants were about to die. But then I just dropped one volatile. That was at the very end of the previous episode, episode 5. Right? 5? 5, yes. This is 6. And had of course had to filter out the pollutant, but I was immediately back at 21 degrees from -7 for the entire station room there, from one volatile burning. Wow, man. Huh. Yeah, so this shall be an airlock. What is it that I need for an airlock here? Apart from cables and the door, I need console, advanced airlock chip, gas sensor, glass I already have. So, and I want to make 3 airlocks. So 3 times console, 3 times advanced airlock chip, 3 gas sensors, and actually 4, because this automation I was just talking about doesn't have a sensor yet. I don't know what the temperature of my station is. .28 degrees. Really time to break open the wall, huh? Oh yeah, of course. Where could I place that? I mean, the most important temperature situation is here, so it would make sense to measure the temperature of the station here. Right there. Is that possible? I mean, before I commit, can a cable be put there? Yeah. Someone might object that the airlock already has a sensor, but the airlock is sometimes cycled, and that would make the decisions based upon that gas sensor's measurements insane. And here we have the cooling system. I will only prepare but not yet invoke some automatism. And I'm not sure if I could. I mean, look how full this is in here. I could do this. Where are the sensors? Structure of furnace. Sense occu, sense prox, battery light. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, so, I need to print some stuff. 3 consoles. There's also something I should have in reserve, but I'm not yet that abundant in resources. Which was probably horrible English. What just happened? Somehow I just completely lost orientation. How full is this still? 90%. Huh. I forgot some very, very important aspect of the airlock, the power supply. Where will the power for this airlock be coming from? I guess reasonably from here, because I think one more airlock, one more battery to be charged every once in a while. With 1000 watts though, that is to be considered. What if all 3 airlocks are charging with 1000 watts? Haha, that is a thing. That is a factor. So I can basically not do this. The airlock would have to be powered from here. From the battery room. That's what it is. Am I inside a room? I think so. Yep. I'm really not sure how to deal with this. Should have brought a locker. I even have 2 lying around that I don't need. No need to waste the atmosphere in there. As long as I don't have this here properly piped up, I shouldn't break open the wall.
Hydration critical.
So that goes here. So advanced airlock chip and console and door and this all belongs together, but I don't have a power solution yet, and these guys are also not yet piped up. So I will just ignore this for now. Next up is this. Will also be powered from here. That would make sense. The entire deep miner facility and all these airlocks could be powered from the same circuit. 1000, 2000, 3000 watts, 3700. Wow, it's very reasonable. Here we need one glass sheet, one console, one advanced airlock chip. Oh, one sensor, I forgot that. I will just leave this here for now. Not sure exactly what the next step is. That was 19 or 18. Now it's 13. Soon that will just be biomatter, because it's decaying in 1 real-world hour. God, all this garbage. But no, power is the first and foremost concern. So I should basically make the power source itself, which is the solar panel room. I don't know how big that will be. 5 times 6, for example. Will that be enough though? How will I place them? 1 here, pause, 1 here. 2 rows maybe, or in a grid pattern, so that would be 15 solar panels with a power output of, I don't know actually. Let's say we're not on the moon, which has 770 watts currently. Now that we have the solar storms, even when there's no solar storm going, when they're at noon, 100%, stuff like that. Here, I guess, let's say 1/3 of that, 600, let's say 200 watts per solar panel, just to have a rough number. Times 15, so that's, yeah, of course, 30 megawatts. Wait, no, 30 kilowatts, 30 kilowatts. Haha, megawatts. It's not yet, we don't yet have, yeah, nuclear power. 30 kilowatts. What is currently coming in? Like 2000 watts when the winds are higher. By the way, am I ready for... Yeah, I am. If these output tons more, I think I've actually put a fuse here somewhere. Oh yeah, up. This is a 1000 watt fuse. A 100,000 watt fuse. Can I rotate this? Ah, I can. Okay, good. 100,000 watts fuse. So in case too much power is coming in, at least I will not fall flat on my face, having to look for all the broken cables. Maybe I could already carry the batteries over. So 15, I mean that was a very rough guess, 30 kilowatts for 200 watts during the day. 200 watts per solar panel, 15 of those, so that's 30 of those for 100 watts, and that means 4,000 watts, so that's, oh wait, that's actually 3,000 watts. What am I saying? No, that's not true. 200 watts per solar panel. 10 of these is 2,000 watts. Yeah, 3,000 watts. Did I say 30,000? 30 kilowatts? That's completely not true. 3,000 watts. Would that really be only 3,000 watts? I think there would be more. How big does this solar panel thing have to be? Not sure how big I should make that hall, actually. But I feel I should make it bigger. Do we have steer sheets? 34 steer sheets. No, we have... Yes, we only have 34 steer sheets. I need more steer sheets, man. But not that many, so... That would be 200 steel sheets. Oh, I thought it was more. Damn. Any storm? No, not currently. One, two, three, four, five. 5, 10. 15. 20. 25. 30. crap. $25 grams. 164, 135. Ah yeah, is there backs, do we have traffic jam? We have no traffic jam. Why not? Why is there no traffic jam here? Is the output of the deep miners reduced? Yeah, batteries are not too happy. But I shouldn't charge them too much, because if a storm comes, that will certainly charge my batteries. Let's see, currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 of these. And during a storm they produce 1000 watts. It's saying 800 here, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. So that would be 18 kilowatts. Actually, that's not too much. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 kilowatts. Do I have coal on me? I do not. Should always have a little bit of coal with me. For reduced annoyance. So now we have 2000 watts extra. Right? 2500, 3500, yeah, area power controllers. They are really a relevant factor when it comes to well, to cables dying. Because 1000 watts is 1000 watts, that's a lot. Imagine 100 of these, the cable blows. Steel frames? I don't have any more steel frames. For a solar panel room, this one is not exactly extensive. I should make it wider. On this side only. How about cooling the room a bit, huh? Okay, so we have the cooling system here that has a turbo volume pump. And I need to measure what's in this pipe. I don't have that yet, so let's risk yet another printer with a pipe analyzer. Oh, wrong printer. I need to find out whether there is something still in the pipe. Here I have to walk here instead. Otherwise I could maybe just make a vertical pipe here and use that for measuring. And here we already have, yeah, very good, very good. Ideal, baby. In a way, this is the ideal gas law. How much does the turbo pump use? I think it's 100 watts, might be more. 600 watts, oh my god. 600 watts. So it might be that when the cooling kicks in, well, my fuse blows, as things are currently configured. That's wild. Not sure what to do about that. Yeah, let's just make all of them, whatever. Need to be able to lay out a room. And I don't know even if I have the amount of lines necessary for this.
Hydration critical.
And I need a kitchen, man. And more greenhousing and so forth. An endless flow of things to do. It meshes so very well, this game, with itself. And the devs could release something at any time, or what am I doing, that multiplies the experience by, I mean, for example, the hygiene thing, which is, I don't know, it's just a, I wouldn't say a bad implementation so much as it is primitive. I mean, it doesn't do anything, really. Who cares about the hygiene stuff, really? Oh, is this... I need plastic. So how many plastic sheets do I have? We have these here, that's 50. 50 is nice. Not sufficient, but nice. How much glass do I have? 32. Yeah, let's not do anything on that front. I guess next time the sun is up I need to go mining again for, well, for things to be mined. That can stay here. This actually could use 2 proximity sensors, so I could stand here and it gets a number, and here instead it gets a number, and here it gets a number, and in this way I can then, you know, get any stack size that I reasonably want without having to turn the wheel. Also, when I'm out of range, it turns off. That would be a nice thing. Oops, there's more. I have lost track. How much water do we have? 60 liters, good. And the temperature of the water? 10 degrees Celsius. Well, it heats up very slowly with the room, but very slowly. So this has been installed. Should I deal with cooling? It's best to deal with cooling while the station is doing stuff. Currently it's not. So let's not do that. Let's build some stuff. $30. 36. 42. 48. I think 48 is enough. Also, it's not impossible to expand this. There was very recently someone on the Steam forums who said, who complained about that you can't really play this in third person. And I mean, actually, was it Steam forums? I think so. And the person said that they are actually playing this in third person, but often that doesn't work because of this problem, that problem. I have tried this sometimes, and I can only say this impossible. You can do nothing in third person, really. Can't imagine how the person is doing that. Maybe I should make a front porch here with the remaining iron frames that I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. $3,000 watts. I have 3 iron frames remaining. Well, let's print an iron frame then. And walls. I need walls. Also, maybe as another step in the direction of a functioning airlock. This one needs to pump stuff. I could place a passive vent there, and here I could place a passive vent on the roof there. That would require, yeah, depending on what my temperature control system will be. The batteries do have some waste heat, so I don't have to worry really about leak, about it becoming too cold in there. Hello. So 2 passive vents and some yeah, insulated pipes. One. Didn't I see passive vents here? Yep, I did. Passive vents 2. Good. No. No storm incoming yet. Where's the passive vent? Dude, I just lost the passive vent. Somewhere. Is that the one? Oh, that is the one. How did it get in there? Football, I guess. Okay. apart from the power supply, which is really key, that airlock could be made functional now. You can see it is still deep night. The sun is about there. Oh! I am missing a tool.
Power low.
Where's the wrench? Hey, wait, why is the station dark? I've run out of power. Huh? What? Oh, right, okay, so the power just came back on because there's some wind going on. Yeah, okay. Not good. Now let's burn some one stack of coal. Oh yeah, and I said I want some on me just in case of emergencies. Spooky when all of a sudden the power shuts out. Not good for the plants. No battery buffer then. What? Did you hear that? I think something just exploded. But why? Yeah. I guess the arc furnace over there is busy again, huh? But, I mean, why? I'm not doing anything of significance in here. Why should this happen? I don't understand. We're using so little power. Why did that? Oh, I have an idea what that could be. Yeah, of course. I mean, this airlock needs some power, that airlock needs some power, and because there was no power, these batteries were being discharged. Or this one. And then when I turned it on again, all area power controllers were kicking in trying to charge batteries. I mean, I think these are by now superfluous. I have learned now, I mean almost, I have learned now what my balance here is, what I need to do, and the best way to go about it is, I guess, to install a transformer. so that we have that problem out of the way, and I will do that. Because who cares about a little brownout as long as it's balanced and not something I'm not in control of. Transformer. So, power comes from here, goes here. Is there any labeling on this thing? I don't think so. Maximum throughput is 5000. And this thing itself also consumes power, so the cable that goes towards it should ideally be a heavy one. A heavy one. I wonder if I have enough heavy. Oh yeah, I do. That was intelligent. Hey, if I want to control the batteries, which I in fact want to, I mean, logic reading and such, I should keep this separate. Power connected, connected, connected. This can also be connected in this way. Of course, that also all had to happen now. Yeah, where's my wrench?
Hydration critical.
It may well be in this pile somewhere. Huh. Wrench is most likely to be found in a locker by accidentally swapping something. Oh, there it is. Haha, found the wrench. Next step. Okay, the power problem here has solved once and for all. The overall power problem not yet. I'm on it. We need more walls. And now I cannot accidentally kill the power because that would just be a brownout then. Wall. We need kit wall, and I wonder, do I still have kit wall maybe? I do. Kit wall, and that's all the walls I have. Man, the pile is getting bigger all the time. Really need a storage room. steel. Good thing that this worked out here. I mean, space-wise. How are we doing pollution-wise? A little bit, not much. No need to clean it up, but yeah, that's what I suspect. This guy has just run dry. Should always have that ready.
Anti-critical.
And the question of cooling, of course, has not yet been dealt with. So there's only nitrogen in this guy. Because under the high pressure that it would have sometimes, it would even liquefy a bit, and that's why we have this passive liquid outlet. Yeah. Oh, we have to do this again. Plastic sheets. And we need more glass. Do I have some silicon that I can sacrifice to the gods of plastic? No. So I need to go mining as soon as the sun comes out behind Jupiter for silicon. And that will still be a while. Sun is like, I don't know, in a place that I don't want it to be in. That's where it is. Yep. Oh shit, I need to drink.
Waste tank caution.
Oh, I don't have a replacement waste tank with me. Glorious! One is left over. The entire thing seems closed. Yeah. Of course, we need a lot of plastic now. 30. That's not enough, else I would already do that part of the work.
Hunger caution.
No plastic. Some plastic here then. 41. Definitely not enough for the needs that I have here, and so why should I blow through that? Just to build a little bit more, it's best to be on the safe side and have some reserves. I hate that we have to run the whole time. Always fast moving, yeah, fast, fast, fast to get to places. There's no option to walk slowly. Dislike. What if I want to take in what I've built here? You might think that I can, but I mean, I can perceive what is here. Yeah, look, there's this, look, there's that. But if I want to just really behold it, the best way to go is to move very, very, very slowly. Which I cannot simulate here. Except if I turn down the jetpack power. No. So now I have to waste time until the day comes so that I can go mining, so that I can get silicon, so that I can make the plastic stuffs needed to close up the solar panel thing, so that I can build the solar power source thing, which will then be kind of wasted because then the day will already be there to give me power, but I'm not yet gonna be ready to consume the power, which in other words means that maybe before I actually close that up, I should already make the solar panel stuffs working, which is feasible. Let's print a chip and a housing for controlling the solar panel stuffs. I know we have a ton of solar here. Yep. So this one will then be called solar control. And from here we have to pipe a cable over there. And it must have a color that is distinct. I will choose blue because solar panels are blue. Even if I spray paint them, the solar itself is blue. But where will that cable go? Here through the wall? Under the locker? Probably not, huh? In case you're wondering, this light was chosen intentionally so that things in here are not that bright. For some special feeling. I'm sorry if that sounded disgusting. I really have to gather more experience with this microphone. And I don't have that yet, so... Yeah, that stupid locker's in the way. Why the fuck, double fuck, and anal fuck can we not put cables underneath the locker? That is so very, very annoying. Very annoying. And don't tell me it's for realism, because if push comes to shove, you can get a cable down, below that thing, man. It is so unnecessary in the way. We need lockers all the time. Man, why do they make this cable puzzle so unnecessarily hard? Also, arguably, I mean, the locker should be standing on the floor, while the cables are under the floor. So, yeah. I think the point was made. This is shit. What I could do is I could just swap this housing with that one. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this guy's going to be confused anyway. Who cares? I did not use the stack. Wait, what am I saying? The stack is on the IC10. The housing only allows access to the stack. You know, you access the housing to access the stack, but not the stack of the housing. You access the stack of the chip. I'm 99% sure about that. What's happening? Station. What? Solar control, station 0 control. Now we have something stupid written here on the housing, but I guess I will soon replace that with the vertical angle of the sun or something along those lines, which will become very relevant very soon. So I should step on the motherfucking gas. This is for logic control of the solar panel building. I don't think I can make it in time, but hey. I have to do it at some point, why not now? Which reminds me. Oh, I cannot do this? But I can do that? Yeah, I said that in the previous episode already. This is inconsistent, should be fixed. Like a trillion other things. But you know. I mean, it's a game that doesn't make any money, you know? People are buying it, yeah, but the money invested in the game versus the money that comes out of selling it, so no money is being made. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a good solution. Yes, I want to consume... Well, do I want to consume the 50 watts now? No, not yet. And what's with this one? That is the station 0 control thing here. And that station is white? What? Oh, look, we have some Z fighting going on over there. Or whatever that really is. I was looking up and thought, oh shit, the sun's out. Yeah, the idea was that the sky here is blue as in sky and green. Yeah, greenhouse. That was the idea. Just fell for it. So it was the right idea. Huh. Guess I have to put up some solar panels. How to continue? Well, I don't know exactly. Putting up some solar panels, I guess. And maybe the solar panel room should have a buffer battery on its own to keep the solar system... Solar system? To keep the solar system going. Nice. First one I want to put here, and the logic shall be there, so we have a minimum cable requirement here. Not here, because that's too close. They would cast a shadow upon each other. But is this the right approach? No, that's not the right approach. Wrench. Good thing I have my wrench back. Ah! Hand drill. Oh, I was right. Okay. Yeah. Power on the right here. Power on the left here. Power on the left. Power on the right. All I have. Well, I don't think we will have solar storms here, but that's not impossible. I mean, what if the devs change their mind? And I think they should, because why should there be one storm type per world? See also Earth. How many storm types do we have here? Oh, only one, because it's one planet. Dude, realism. I mean, if we have all that beautiful sugar to give, let all that beautiful sugar be in there. Particularly solar storms. I mean... Yeah, more is currently not reasonable. In other words, looking good. Now, power connection. So how much power is coming out of these? I thought that it might be over 5,000 watts that will overall be coming here. Crap, I didn't bring the correct cable. Yeah. Power looking okay. Heavy cables, please. And we need a daylight sensor. Will I place that in here or somewhere else? I mean, this is the logic room. Don't want to place it on the wall, obviously. I should place it over there because that is the location of the solar panels. And that's also where the sun will be shining in. I don't know what the optimal thing here would be. I have to guess a little. Anyway, this is the daylight sensor, and how many of these will I possibly have in my station? Let's see. On this particular circuit, probably only one. Laptop. Hello? So, let's start then. Why is there stuff in here? Oh right, because I used this laptop before. Was start, yield, jump start. Solar panel dual is the one I'm using here. Hey, why is it no longer? It is paused.
Waste tank critical.
Actually missed opening this one. Okay, well, it's 35 degrees, that might be one of the reasons. Still haven't programmed my cooling. Maybe I want to deal with that before I forget again. But I must not go out mining while that thing is cooling, because, yeah, guess what? Now we need the daylight sensor. Define sense day hash. Load batch into R0 from all of these guys. Vertical angle and the same for horizontal. And then I just write that to the solars, and then we see how wrong that is. Write batch to all solars, vertical R0, horizontal. Export.
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
So what are they doing? They are not rotating. Why not? Have I not cabled up the solar sensor? Have I not cabled that up? The daylight sensor? Oh, it's not turned on. Ha ha ha. Still not? Dude? There are some bytes on there. What did I do wrong? 31 degrees. That cable, I believe, goes straight to the chip. And only here on this side it actually hits the daylight sensor. And then we also go into these solar panels. Maybe I copied the daylight sensor name and used it in the solar panel lines also, instead of using the solar panel name. Oh yes, of course. No, I didn't. What? Load the load batch into R0 from any and all daylight sensors. Structure daylight sensor. Maybe there's something wrong with the name. Structure daylight sensor. That's the same. It's identical. This I copied and pasted. Load batch into R0 from all daylight sensors, the vertical sum. Write batch solar vertical R0. That should have done something. What's the mistake? I don't see it. Really not. Why are they not moving? Like, at all. Oh. Yeah, okay. That doesn't fly. I used the wrong... I mean, this housing is cabled up wrong. Needs to be like this. Aha. Okay, so we have the wrong rotation. Where is the sun right now? We can see there's no stars here, so that's Jupiter. So I guess I will just add 90 to the horizontal rotation, see what happens. Okay, first impression, that could be correct. However, look at the angle, it's almost noonish. Like, that's not where the sun is. The sun is over there somewhere. So that's not really what it is. That's not really what's going on. I think I need to add something. Okay, let's see. If I add 90 to the rotation, then it would be like this, except pointing down. I mean, if that were possible. And that can't be. I can't just add 90 and then that's it. No, that doesn't work. I think we are looking at a difference here. I have to subtract the vertical. I have to subtract the vertical from 90 or something. Let's see if that works. Subtract into R0 from 90 R0. Wait, that's horizontal. Shit. Vertical. I have to subtract into R0 from 90 R0. That could be correct, but I'm still skeptical. I mean, there are so many other potential options. So these would then be producing power. Where does that power go, though? Do I have some batteries? I could put up a battery in there. Heavy cables, I have enough. Where would I place that battery? Oh man, I need steel sheets to make the battery. Still no storm coming. It's making the sound as if it's moving, but I can't see anything move. Aha, I just went up a little and a little bit to the right. That is, in principle, correct. Maybe we even have it set up right. This guy will of course be discharged as fuck. I could cheat now and break out one of these window thingies, which would then make this thing count as a world, because stupidly the simulation of Stationeers doesn't yet, well, discharge these batteries if they're in the world. At least according to my tests about a year ago. Maybe they have fixed this by now. I'm pretty sure they have not, because it's not like I stopped being attentive. Just didn't test it yet. I mean, when it comes to beta changelog. Okay. I would need a bunch more thin cables. I have those to connect the logic of these ones. I should do this so we have a little bit more power coming in. Looking good. Yeah, great, great. Oh, I forgot, the station is currently still being cooled. And I need to use the named approach here, but let's first deal with the station, which is probably already down to 10 degrees. Damn. How can I forget such a thing? I need to automate that. Four degrees, okay. Yeah, it's pretty cold. I mean, the plants will not like it. I mean, they're fully grown, so who cares really? And I have a bunch of seeds. No need to worry. We can actually use this as an opportunity to see if these completely grown plants, which are saying, hey, I have seeds and I have 2 potatoes, don't you want to eat me and such, if these are even affected. I don't think so. What? Hey, I will need 3 area power controllers for my 3 airlocks. I have 3 area power controllers. Obviously, I'm getting ready for mining. Still explosives. I think I used all of them up. Yep. Filters. Oh, filters okay. No need to go there. What about my batteries? We'll get about 3, 4, 5 degrees warmer during the day because of the sun. Wow, this shifty bug here has grown pretty extreme. Am I not missing a tool? Let's see. Crowbar, electric crowbar. Rotatey thing, electric rotatey thing. Wire cutter, big motherfucking wire cutter. Labeler, arc welder. I think I normally put my... No, but I'm missing something. Weird. Oh. Well, I'm not missing that I'm missing it, so... what? No. And when I'm out, maybe for station security's sake, I want to turn off the deep miner facility. Not now. I'm not going mining now, in a minute or two, when the sun is actually there. which according to the solar panels it will be very soon. Yeah, I need to separate those guys and name them. What? Oh, I was hallucinating. Never mind. 1, 1. Maybe I should have called them A and B. But okay, now I've called them 1 and 2. Wait, that's not correct.
Jetpack low.
Oh, I'm doing everything wrong. Oh, the inner door is still open. Stupid! Jetpack low, let's deal with that. Any moment now the sun will come out.
Jetpack critical.
Oh, the pressure in here has gotten pretty low by now. I don't quite understand why. Why is that? I mean, 81 kilopascals? How did we get there? Is that really just because of the jetpack? That would be wild.
Air tank critical.
I mean, the oxygen is being released back as CO2 in here, and I think the relationship is 1-to-1. Maybe it's because this volume has grown and so forth. Who knows? Currently it's still fine. 6 degrees. How did we get to 6 degrees? I didn't change anything. Could I reasonably print some more solar panels? Need gold, yeah, I could. Oh. I mean, I still have copper, but... not too much. Still have yet to add a switch with which would allow me to interrupt the arc furnace so that a half burned stack could come out. Also a display that shows what's currently being smelted and how far we are. Maybe I should prepare that. Yep. hash display. No more glass. I cannot complete this right now. Solar. Oh, the sun is out. I actually wanted to shut this down now and mine next time I'm out. 60%, that's not good. They're not oriented correctly. Or how should I read this? Is it because there's a shadow falling on them?
Power low.
Logic? Efficiency 79%. So yeah, I did something wrong there with my solar panel programming. I don't know what exactly it is. Time might tell. Anyway, the battery is being charged, yes? Yep. So that power is actually being received. Now let's duplicate, or let's increase the power of that. Vertical would not change, but horizontal would change. And that's all for today. See you again next time.